Hey besties, welcome back to another episode of the Let Me Call My Bestie podcast with your host Valerie Crad
and Tasha Tuck.
Y'all.
Do we have a story for you?
It's been something today, but we're gonna get through it. Okay, small wins, big God, and we're gonna just get through it.
Yeah.
How was your week?
It was long as always. I'm just glad to be here.
Hello, blessed and highly favored. What are you, soprano?
I'm definitely tenor.
I'm alto, but I always try to go soprano for some
what
reason. I don't know, just soft, blessed and high. See, I go, but you kind of got to go high with that.
Well, you can stay in your range with it still too.
I can't.
Because altos go an octave higher sometimes.
Blessed and highly favored.
I changed the whole thing. Take all of this out.
Why you always want me to take the good stuff out? Listen,
that is nice.
I like to warm the people up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just go right in. The girlies need a little something. So we did have someone. She was like, she liked the banter. She left a
comment
review on Apple Podcasts. And she was like, I love the banter in episode 2. And that's like, I had the most banter, but then I've been cutting a lot of the banter out lately. I keep it for bloopers on YouTube. So if you're not following us on YouTube or subscribe to us, check us out there because the visuals are like chef's kiss. You don't like the visuals?
Now y'all know I don't like the visuals, but we're here.
Tasha fought for the visuals, which I'm glad that you did because we have so many people that tune in on YouTube.
Right.
But I feel like
they don't follow us on Instagram or they're spread out.
Yeah, they're all over the place. But we appreciate you however you listen, watch, comment, all of that good stuff. So you said you had a good week. My week was...
Well, let me ask, how was your week?
Oh, thank you. My week was good. I haven't stopped wheezing. No, my week was good. I just taking it one day at a time.
As you should.
As I should. So, what made you want to call your bestie this week?
Girl, these kids. It's always going to be them kids.
Every single time.
Every time. I have teenagers.
Yeah.
With an S.
Yeah.
What happened? What did Addie do this week?
Don't be putting it on my girl now.
It's
she
always
ain't doing
that
anything.
one.
She ain't doing that. She did absolutely nothing.
So that's why it's always going to be an uphill challenge, I guess. No, we were at the store and they're in this, like, I don't know what you would call it, where they figured out that they need my buy-in to purchase things.
Okay.
And so it's like, hey, Mom, I think this would be really cute for you. And then I can get this one over here. So when we go to church, we can match.
That's smart.
Yeah, so she pulled that on me a few times. It didn't, not until I got through that Target line and got in the car did I realize this little heifer
played me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I ended up buying her stuff. That was not my intention.
Ooh, got to be quicker than that.
Val because I know she's going to have did she need new clothes? Like some type of epiphany as to why or how we got here.
I'm not going to be like that anyway, but especially as a Annie, I'm going to be like, they did no wrong.
How was your week?
I just like the fact, like, if you're going to be smart about it, if you're going to figure it out. So the other day, we went to the Jump House with Riley. We took one of her friends. And Riley was like, I'm hungry. And so we looked at the friend. She was like, I'm really not that hungry. I'm like, oh, well, you got to wait. I was like, see, me, I would have been like, hey, friend. We're going to go over here and tell my parents that you're hungry too because they're not going to.
Yeah.
But they're going to make me wait. So.
Of course. Like if we were outside, it'd be like, go tell my mom you're thirsty.
Yeah.
So we can both go in and get something to drink.
So we can both go in and get something to drink. So I'll be glad when she gets to that point of like, figure out how to play your mommy. Low key, just a little bit.
I'm actually sad they didn't get to experience all that we have by this age.
Yeah.
The running around, the staying out late. The ding dong ditch, all of that type of stuff that we were able to do. I just don't know I don't know how they're going to function in the next 10 or 15 years without having those experiences of running from the neighbor or, making sure they don't come knock on the door to tell on you and things like that.
Just
so it's
kid stuff, man. Yeah.
It's different. It's weird.
Yeah. This week I wanted to call you because I wanted to go wig shopping.
I don't wear wigs.
But I wanted you to come with me so you could tell me.
I don't know why you would call me.
Tasha,
You have another friend that wears wigs? We need to introduce to the people. I don't wear wigs. Why would you call me? I'm natural.
all day, every day, boo. That is hilarious. Tasha,
I'm sorry.
I wanted to go
Proceed.
wig shopping.
Yeah.
I just want something because I'm in the process of growing my hair out just
Mm-hmm.
for now because I want braids for the summer. Maybe just like May. I'm thinking like Memorial Day weekend. It's our anniversary weekend, like all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe something fun for my birthday in August.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back short. But then I kind of feel like you got to rock your short hair in the summertime, skin out, body
yeah,
out.
You're definitely
like,
at an advantage having short hair.
so I don't know. I'm really trying to figure it out, but I do know for a fact that I do want braids. So I'm like, let me grow my hair out. And so since it's kind of like getting at this weird stage in the back, I want to like just throw a wig on, something big and curly and fun, no lace. I don't want to have to deal with all that. I'm not that girl.
I've heard it's a lot.
Yeah, like I just
We'll have to enlist the help of our besties.
besties. So if you're
That
in
wear
the
wigs.
DFW area, because clearly I don't know anyone who wears wigs.
Me either.
Help a bestie out. Slide in the DMs at Valerie Crad on Instagram
Free promo.
or whatever. You know, we'll shout you out on the podcast.
Sure will. I would love to see her in a wig.
Have you've seen me in a wig before?
have.
But that was
You've
like
never seen me,
years
though.
ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was, you had the curly hair mostly. No, you did bangs.
I did
You
bangs.
something like my hair is now. You did
Yeah,
something like that
just
a few
real quick
times.
though. I'm more of a curly, big.
Yeah, I like big
curly
hair.
Yeah, for sure.
sure.
Oh, what are we talking about today, girl?
Well, with our segment, you call, we answer. We did have someone DM us
Ooh.
on Instagram.
Okay.
And she asked that we change her name. So, disclaimer, we are
Okay.
changing her name. She
Okay.
said she's actually pushed a few friends to the Let Me Call My
Okay.
Bestie podcast.
Okay.
She comes to us again from the wife code.
Thank you. That's fair.
So she started off with, hey, wife, hey, and I laughed. I was like, look at this. But anyway, so she was like, please, but I think they're going to know who this is.
Just change your name like she said. But hey,
Okay.
well, here we go. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Her name is Shaquela. And she
Why?
writes in,
Hold on, wait. Why did you get a girl named Shaquela?
I wanted to change it from what it was.
And you thought of Shaquela?
What's wrong with Shaquela?
Nothing.
Ain't. You know why I thought of Shaquela. Let me change. Okay, so her name is Kimberly. Kimberly. And I
No,
had
do
to-
Shaquela. I'm so sorry. Do Shaquela. I like Shaquela. Shaquela, you gave her personality already. Like, you were like, oh, you read the story and you said, this sounds like a Shaquela. So let's go with it.
Nah, let's change it to Kimberly.
Okay.
You got me nervous now. You know why.
Do.
Gotta tell that story before we keep doing that. It's an inside joke. When you hear, if you've ever heard me say do, hey wife, hey, I'm gonna say hey bestie. Recently I just opened my own hair bundle business.
Okay.
So this might be the person for you.
Do you do
Shaquela
wigs?
/ Kimberly.
Do you do wigs, girl? Holla at your girl.
She says, I have always been interested in hair. I have my cosmetology license, and I am really proficient with maintaining clean, healthy hair. I decided to move forward with selling bundles because I wanted the opportunity to make more money in one day,
Okay.
which we all love. and support.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. My friends were not supportive. They immediately asked me why. They told me that it was an oversaturated industry and that I should focus more on natural hair because it's making a comeback. I honestly feel like they didn't want me to pursue this endeavor because they're all natural and I've been doing silk presses for free for the past, emphasize this, for the past 7 years. My family hasn't really supported me. I did have a launch party and only 2 of my friends out of 7 showed up. None of them have purchased bundles, and I'm a little salty because I know they do have people in their lives that they could forward my business information to and also purchase bundles for possibly their family members as well. Please help a bestie out and let me know how I should handle this situation as I'm trying to make more money and get my family a house. I'm a single mother of 3 and I really need help with my finances. When they have rocked bundles by other people, they've made mention, they have shared their information, they've also forwarded me their information. So I know they do like bundles, but now when I need them the most to support my business, they're nowhere to be found.
Are the bundles good? Now, let me be serious. Thank you so much to Kayla Kimberly for writing us in and sharing that. Wow, that's deep. I think it is. It's a lot when it comes to friends and how they can support and how we desire for them to support.
And I came up with a few points here, but it's personal choice. And we've always, if you go back to any of our podcast episodes or remember us saying with the wife code and things like that,
Yeah.
just like any other aspect in life, people are entitled to make choices that best suit them.
For sure.
Supporting a friend's business is a personal decision, and it should not be forced or expected.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's real, and I feel like we tend to think, we tend to think that, oh, well, since my friend is supporting this other business or that we feel like, oh, that they are going to do this for me. And really, it's not a case. It is an eye opener. Number one. Number two, my situation was a little bit different because when I first started my business, I started with like everything locked. So it was like locked jewelry, locked apparel, motherland necklaces and things like that. And I knew going in that none of my family and friends, like, that's not them. That's not y'all style. That's not whatever. So I did not expect y'all to support me financially because you were my target audience. However, when it came to, oh, girl, I'm going to host an event or I'm going to have an event, I did kind of expect my friends to show up in that way of like, hey, girl, like, what do you need? Because that's another form of support. So I don't know. It is a choice. 2 out of 7. I think you paid that money.
And we've heard of like the business showers instead of baby shower or an extension of baby showers kind of coming to the forefront. I'm all for that. At the same time, I can't manage anyone else's wallet.
For sure.
You know, like we always said, like, my money is already put somewhere. So it's great that God has given you that vision. But we've said it before, there are millions of people out there
For sure.
that you need to grab their attention for. But I get it. I mean, what's $50 or $60 to support now? Bundles, that they do run like $135 per bundle. For good quality. So I've heard.
But your time, Tasha, I feel like as a friend, there should be some compromise. First of all, if my friend comes to me with a business idea, I'm not going to shut it down. Now, I will say, if the business idea is, I don't want to say trash.
How about say outside of the scope of their norm or personality, maybe? Like you're skeptical?
Yeah, like I would be like, tell me more about that. Like, what's driving you to do this? What is the game plan? Like, I'm going to try to pull from you, and we're gonna talk through it. But I'm not gonna be like, I don't think you should do that because it's oversaturated. Like, I think that's not being
business
supportive.
Savvy, number one.
Yeah, that's not. They're not being supportive in any way. They're not supporting her decision because they feel like, but what's wrong with her selling bundles and still doing the silk press? But now I'm not gonna do y'all silk press for free because y'all didn't even show up for me. Like, no.
Yeah. And do you think, I think if she was, especially if she would have tied in, and she did, she, let them know like she was needing more finances and she's wanting more money, that would put on my heart, oh, well, I'm not going to buy a bundle, but I can give you $100. I can, what can you do with this? Or what will this little $5 do?
Right.
So there's different ways of, showing support, but they definitely could have been more.
So would you feel some type of way if, okay, yeah, let me ask you, and then I'll talk about me. Would you feel some type of way if y'all have a cleaning business, and I pop up randomly on Instagram, and I'm like, getting my house cleaned by whatever, or if I
anniversary gift, they did the best.
Yes.
So
are you going to
spotless.
feel some type of, are you going to be like, well, damn?
No. And that's because I don't want anyone coming in cleaning my house already. I don't
What if
want
I
you
had a
seeing.
building?
Mm,
Like
yeah, commercial.
I had a building, and oh my gosh, my inventory room is just trash. I need to just get stuff in order.
I would want you to at least ask me for a quote. And I would be okay if you didn't accept that quote, because I've always said I don't want to I don't reach out to people that do hair or do real estate, people that I know, because I don't want you in my business and I don't want to insult you with my budget. So I could understand if I send you a $500 quote in your head, and regardless of who you want to go with, you could be like, oh, well, no, that's a little high. And you could still shoot it down, and you could just tell me, hey, I found somebody that'll do it for 100. And I would never know. But that's your preference, that's your money.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't clean well. Why would I even want to have that conversation with you?
Yeah.
So I prefer not doing business with people that I know, simply to keep that water clear. I don't like the murky area, because I'm gonna correct you. I'm gonna ask you, to do it better, to come back.
For sure.
I'm gonna leave a review. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to talk mess to my husband. Like, babe, you see they missed this whole spot over here.
Yeah, exactly. And as would I. So that's why I'm like, I don't even care, girl. Yeah, I would appreciate I would appreciate you asking for a quote.
Yeah.
And then, of course, knowing that I'm going to give you a discount, all that type of stuff, that'll go into it. But yeah, it wouldn't really bother me, though. I wouldn't think you were a fake person. Timing constraints, availability, team. Like, you need me to clean it in an hour, whereas it takes me 2 hours.
Right,
that type of thing. All of that goes into it. But
yeah.
But with friends, I'd rather just give you a donation or something than use your services or product.
I agree with something like that.
I had to learn that too. I think in the very beginning, prior to Instagram, I probably would have been, without the awareness, I probably would have been more like, now she know.
Yeah.
Her house dirty.
Yeah.
Or, I can clean that better. Whatever. It's just dumb stuff. Yeah. But now we've grown.
Growth.
It's not the same with short nails.
No. They're cute though.
Oh, thank you. Yours as well. I see we both did.
A little pinky pink or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, so for me, I do sell jewelry, and I just never expected my mom, like nobody.
To pay your mortgage.
To support me in that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, honestly, truly, I mean, my mom and my sister, I've been in business for 5, it's going on 5 years, 2019. So it's going on 5 years. And they probably just started supporting me in that way financially in 21, maybe 22, something like that.
Say it again for the people in the back.
And baby, let me tell you something. Dorinda is going to wait for that text message to come through.
About the discount?
The discount. And,
please,
and then
I'm
she
opening
calls
every email.
me and she said, hey, can I send you my credit card number for you to so she's using the discount, and
that's a headache.
And I got to do the work.
Yes.
And so, I mean, I just don't expect that. And I know it's so easy that y'all can go into the beauty supply store. You can go into Kendra Scott. You can Zara, wherever. And get jewelry. And now, granted, is it going to be water resistant, tarnish resistant, hyperallergenic? Is it going to fade on you?
Yes.
Quite possibly. But is my jewelry? No, baby. Get in the pool, do all that. Shameless plug. I'm shameless plugging right now.
As you should.
But the thing is, you can get in a pool, you can get in a shower, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I just don't expect my people to support me in that way.
Right.
But she said no one is purchasing from her. They didn't even show up. To me, I would start having an issue at some point with that, because in this friendship, where are you supporting me? And it may not be automatic. Like, it may be like, hey girl, I'm selling bundles. Oh, you sure you want to do that? I'm gonna be like, side eye, don't do my ideas like that.
Yeah.
And then
please.
And then also it would be like, okay, well, they're into rocking their natural hair right now, so maybe they can't buy a bundle. Back in my mind, there's still 2, low key, high key, and then 3, y'all still didn't even show up for me.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's a part of my day-to-day preparing for this business. So if we're communicating, I'm trying to jumpstart this thing and go in a different,
I don't know. That's kind of like triple. Now, like I've always said, if I know that if you don't purchase anything, but if I'm having a pop-up shop in like the DFW area, you're going to be like, girl, can I show up? You need me to set up a table. Like, you're going to offer that help and support me in that way. But I don't know, not showing up at all, that's kind of whack.
Yeah, for sure. The other thing would be, and a big one would be different interests. So, and to her story, yeah, bundles, it's hair. Everyone wants their hair longer, sometimes shorter, but not all friends may be interested in a particular product or service that specific business that you're creating is
For
offering.
sure.
And it's okay to have different interests and not feel obligated to support something that doesn't align with your current needs or wants. And I think that's important because currently,
Right.
for instance, when you started the jewelry line, I only wore my wedding
For
ring.
sure.
No other jewelry, nothing else on this hand. Didn't do bracelets. I always probably did a watch, but you weren't doing watches at that
For
time,
sure.
you know. So it's like, how am I going to support this in a way that's still beneficial for me?
Right.
Because I am taking from my finances and then showing my friend that I support her. So it was a little bit of a constraint there at the very beginning, and after that, I'm rocking. And I've had this for
At least.
at least 2 years.
Yes.
And this is,
I got
I
mine
forget
on
to
too. Oh no, I don't.
blooper. But I don't even take it off. So
Yeah.
it's like now I'm starting to wear pieces a little bit more, but you're gonna see these same pieces repeated. That's just how I am. But it was hard to support in the beginning, honestly. And it made me feel like, dang, I'm not being a good friend. I should order every month or
Oh
every time I get
no,
an email.
heck no.
Oh, in the beginning and not
Yeah.
understanding, well, no, I am talking through some things with her. I'm motivating, not motivating. I'm, pushing you towards your goals that you're
sure.
telling me about and things like that. So I am supporting in other ways too.
For sure. And I've asked you ideas like, hey, what do you think about this? Or is this ugly? And, when I
Yeah.
came out with the mommy daughter, I'm like, well, how would you feel? Because you have two girls and it's
Yeah.
just a single set. Like,
We ain't getting it. We got about two.
so that was it. So, you helped me and you walked me through like stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, that is support also.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't sound like our good sis is getting support at all.
At all.
So I feel sorry for her in that aspect. Like, but just know that if you are an up and coming entrepreneur, that there are or even if you're well into your entrepreneurial journey and you feel some type of way about, oh, this person isn't supporting and I know they know somebody or they're my target audience. Like, are your friends supporting you in other areas? Because when I'm about to give up on this thing and I'm like having the worst entrepreneur day of my life, I know I can pick up that phone and call Tasha and be like, girl, I'm going to call my bestie and I'm going to be like, girl, I'm done with this. It's just, and she's going to talk me off this cliff. She's going to pray with me. That is support in other areas.
Yeah.
And you have to look for that in your friendship and
that.
appreciate it and not just think that it has to be money, money, money. Because again, no matter what it looks like, I don't know your financial situation. And
Right.
you don't know. I mean, we talk about it, but
Right.
really deep down, we don't know.
Right. Yeah. And then we talked about support can come in many different forms. Let's see. Oh, appreciating all forms of support, big or small, is really important. And then just having a mutual respect. So it's important to maintain mutual respect in your friendships and not let business relationships create tension or strain because it's business. If you understand business, you're going to have highs and lows. You're going to have people that are copying you, that are, trying to steal your ideas and things like that. So there's all these other aspects of business you could be worrying about besides these one or two people that, again, cannot pay your mortgage for you
five.
every month or
She
shouldn't
said
have
five
to
didn't
be
show up.
paying your mortgage,
Yeah.
They have their own lives and, priorities, and we have to respect their choices
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, if she comes to you, for brunch or something and she has a new bust down, same thing. Like, I just reached out to someone because I was interested in trying wigs. Let me stop if you think I'm crazy. I reached out to someone who I know makes wigs, right? And I was like, hey, I'm about to start going back into the office a lot more, so I'm thinking about buying 2 new wigs. And I wanted to reach out to her first because I was going through Instagram and, I know first thing I did was checked her turnaround time. And she
Okay.
was like, yeah, it's still 2 days. I was like, great. But now she already told me what length she has, but now I still have to go find the hair. And now I have to go blah, 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 blah. So let's just say I walk into here in Dallas, D Hair Boutique. They're nationwide, or people know of them.
Yeah.
D Hair Boutique, and they have a banging wig standing up there or sitting up there. And then I also have some bundles or something like that.
Ready to go.
I might grab that $600, even though my friend is a little bit, less expensive. I still might grab that $600 or $700 wig because it's right there in my
and
face.
it's ready. Yep.
And that has nothing to do with her qualifications, her ability to perform. It has to do with me right now, knowing that I want to knock this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then in 2 days, I gotta wait. I gotta drop the bundles off, come back, do.
Or she can ship it, and then I gotta wait, and then I gotta check in possibly, or something might happen with her. I don't have a wig.
Yeah.
So it's like I could have purchased it there. And then you talk about like quality and things like that. There's a lot that goes into it. I don't think we should ever assume. I don't think everything even needs a text message like, "Hey, I see you got a new wig. You could have came to me." No,
Please don't.
You have no idea what's going through my head.
I'm a look.
You are.
But did she? I mean, are you communicating? I don't know if I missed that part, but like, is she talking to them about like?
No, she didn't really mention communication, but I'm sure while getting a silk press, she's mentioned like, this is what I'm about to do. I'm launching in 2 or 3 weeks, like hopefully. So I would go back to communication and make sure she's communicated, hey, just so you know, here's a reminder that I sell bundles, or do you want to come? And that's another thing, like you have to invest in yourself. Maybe she should offer a
But she's already
sew-in.
been offering them free silk presses, like.
Y'all heard that.
But honestly, and I would be open to that idea, but they're not showing up for her in any type of way. Did she have
Right.
what was her question? Ultimate, like, what does she need? I want to make sure that we're covering that and not just bashing her friend group.
She said, what should I do?
I think that you should not focus on the 7 friends that you're trying to sell to, and think about the millions of people that are on Instagram, the billions of people that are on TikTok, and get in front of new faces. Don't even worry about if the market is saturated, baby, because your marketing, your style, your whatever is going to be different. Hopefully you're not, copying and pasting someone else. And then, get out there, promote your business yourself. And I mean, because that's 7 compared to the masses that you can be in front of on social media. Maybe I know you said money was a little tight, this is why you're trying to like transition and do something else, but maybe look into how to do ads, and it's just other little ways like that. I hope you focus on your target audience. I hope you get around, not saying that you have to cut these friends off, but maybe get around a new group of people, and also just really hone in and, like I said earlier, focus on creating your community of people and focusing on your target audience. And, because even if they buy a bundle one time, I don't know how much that is. Like you have to get 2, I think 2 or 3. So it may be what, 4. Even if it's like $400, $500, I don't know, you guys. I don't. I had locks and then now short hair, but
it can run you. It could be $600.
So if it's, $600, but if they only do it one time, you still have to find people anyway to come back and, know. But yeah, girl.
At that price point, though, I also don't want to be disappointed. So I don't want to have to tell you your product sucks. Talking about like, $90 and $50 bracelets, that's fine. But if I'm spending over $100 on something, and again, knowing you as a friend, have you done your research?
It's $49 though. She's gonna be like $90 bracelet. Oh, I ain't gonna go now. It's $49.
And it's worth every penny. Every penny. I was just saying, like,
no, I get it. No, I know.
No, she has the best prices for the quality, sweetheart.
Thank you.
So please visit.
Period.
Please visit the website.
And that is support. I appreciate you.
Anytime, all the time.
And Tasha's really big. Let me just big up my friend real quick, because she's really big on supporting me. Like, I dropped crossbody purses for my brand Vash Official, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not fighting with the girl." She was like, "I'm coming over the day before, and I'm getting mine." I'm like, "Okay, girl." No, homegirl pulled up. Okay,
yeah,
she pulled
up. Those gas left the kids at home.
Hello,
that's 3 kids waiting on the food.
Yeah, she pulled
all
up.
for you.
Broken foot. Hey, you was in the boot.
It was in the boot.
You were in the boot, friend. You did all that for me.
I did.
I love you so much.
I'll do it again.
Thank you so much. I would definitely do it for you.
I know.
I mean, we don't have a commercial business, but people ask. I sure be like,
You do. You've reached out for the information and all of that. So I appreciate that. And when I was on that brings me to just support in different ways. When I did my cosmetology journey last year, when I started that the year before, so 2022 really started with braiding and things like that. Like, you weren't wearing wigs, your hair was locked, but then you still dropped your daughter off so I could braid her hair for 18 hours.
It's fine.
And then I have another friend who gifted her a wig. And again, talking about quality and things like that. Of course, I didn't go to China to get the best supplier and things like that, but I used what I had.
Right.
And so she entrusted me to, gift her a wig for her wedding day. And then she had someone else style it. So it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I had another friend who let me do a horrible silk press on her when I started cosmetology school. Then I had a Mexican friend who let me cut and color her hair. I did highlights, and she wore them things so they freaking grew out and loved it. So everyone will support you the best way that they can.
And she had a bestie. I was waiting on her to bring it back to me. She had a bestie that came when she cut her hair.
See, because I talked about Riley and the beautiful things. See how it's all about
soon
her.
We forget.
I did not forget. But yes, you let me come and play.
I forgot. I said right. How soon, baby? How soon?
How soon they will forget? No, she came all the way from another town to where my school was and allowed me to dig in her scalp. And then, did I burn you?
You did not burn me.
I didn't. I thought I did, but I didn't burn her. Like, I did a relaxer.
You did.
So this was drastic. I did a chemical process on my best friend. Did I cut your hair?
No. You put no.
I clipped the ends in the back.
Come on now.
In the back, I did clip them back. I clipped the ends in the back. And then I bumped it. You let me bump it.
It was the best bump I done had since this short hair done bumped.
And so here we are.
And
now I'm not doing that anymore. Took a hiatus from that. So I'm expecting my friend to support me with whatever else I decide to do.
Right.
But you were there. And so everyone's going to have something that they can contribute. If you have, again, if you go back to some previous episodes, if you've put in that work and you have a strong foundation of, again, it doesn't have to be a lot of friends that get you and understand you and support you, it's going to be great.
That's it.
You can survive without support from everyone.
I'm a survivor. I'm gonna give up.
I will survive.
Keep on surviving.
Wishing you the best.
I thank you so much for writing in.
And to anyone else that wants us to answer something for them, please send us a DM and we will definitely change your name.
We will, yeah, we'll change your name if you ask us to, for sure. Yes. Thanks for rocking with us. Follow us on Instagram at letmecallmybestie. I am at Valerie Crad.
And I'm tucked in plain sight.
And you can also email us at letmecallmybestie@gmail.com. Call y'all next week.
Ring, ring.
Bye.
Bye.